Hello and good morning everyone. Welcome back to another episode in Spakovo, Poland. So before anything else, let's go and check the progress on the building. As you can see, we have the doors on. So the interior needs to be finished and we are probably gonna be ready to start using the shed, which is just the proper time to do it, or to get that. The other thing is we are now in the first half of September, and I have been walking around the farm and I have actually seen that we have potatoes ready for harvest. So, and there is rain forecasted for 5 p.m. So yeah, as you can see, 5 p.m. we have rain forecasted. I can't really see for the near future, but for the far future, looks like every day there's gonna be some rain. Which sounds problematic because I really have to start making some hay if I want to have my animals over during the winter. Now, in the view of having potatoes ready for harvest, I do think we're gonna be doing that today. Let's take them out of the ground and get them ready. Now, how do I want to go about it? I'm gonna need a bucket. And I'm gonna need a bigger trailer than I have, because 4,000 liters, that's just simply not gonna be enough. So, I'm gonna go and browse the store. And yeah, you guessed it. We're gonna be using this baby to harvest potatoes. At least I hope everything works as it should. Because, mind you, I haven't tested this yet. Okay. Yeah, I really wonder. This is going to be my first time harvesting potatoes ever. And I got no clue how this will all go. Should probably the gear down and I don't know, have at it. Okay. It seems like I have to, yeah, start it up. Okay, I'm just gonna lean back and stare at the sky for a little bit. First I gotta start it up. Okay, yeah, it's working. Is it throwing it off? Yeah, it is now. Okay, now it isn't working. Yeah, please excuse the mess, but as I said, I haven't used this before, so it's a completely new experience. And so far it's not such a good experience at all. Okay, so now it's throwing it off. It looks like it's not emptying quick enough. Now, why would that be? Have to think about getting a different potato harvester for the next season. Issues. It might not be the best idea that I actually started on the edge of the field. Might be better if I would start more to the center. This is going to be such a big job collecting all these potatoes from the ground. Maybe I was just going too fast. Looks like the harvest is going to be an exceptional one. Well, I don't know actually, because I can't compare it to anything else, so to speak. Yeah, these these old approaches. I don't know. I don't actually know. Can I maybe get positioned for this edge? Is this gonna be better? Yeah, this seems to be working a smidge better. At least it's emptying as quickly as it's filling up, more or less. Well, I'm guessing this is gonna get old to watch fairly quickly, and this is gonna take me many hours to complete both fields. So maybe time lapse, maybe just a few action shots, and a few hours later, sign. Well, you know, it is what it is. Good. Slowly coming to the end of the last field, and look at that. There is no soil to be seen. Wow, this is obnoxious. How many potatoes we got off the ground. Well, out of the ground and back on the ground, which I think might present a problem later on. So while I was making my way up and down the field, I did have a look, and there is nothing we can use for a wheel loader. Okay, see, since I got stuck a little bit. Oh yeah, you're running so hot. You shouldn't be running so hot. Look at this, yeah. I think I'm gonna be a king of potatoes. Just look at how many we have. It's the whole field cover, and that's only one field so far. There's another one on that side. So, yeah, I'm expecting issues. In any case, I did have a look if we can actually get some bigger buckets to load it, and I didn't look at the telehandlers because we don't have a telehandler. So I don't know. The biggest bucket that I could find, well, a potato picker, because we need a bucket that can let soil fall through. Yeah, the biggest one we could get was like 760 liters, which is not a lot. Not a lot at all. In any case, I'm gonna do this field, and let's see on the other side. Oh, so it's 2:45 p.m. The field has been harvested, this one also, and it looks pretty much the same as the other ones, so I'm guessing we're gonna have loads and loads and loads and loads of potatoes. Oh, but yeah, this was a big job. Too big. So I'm thinking next year we have a machine to harvest it with a hopper, so we can dump it straight out of the machine and into the trailer. Or we have only a strip of potatoes somewhere. Maybe if I can find a field that's nice and square, it's gonna make it a lot easier to both plant and harvest when time comes. So yeah, I know this has only been a few minutes for you, but it's been hours for me, so I will not lie, I'm feeling pretty exhausted already. And in 2 hours rain is forecasted, so I think I'm gonna leave this on the field as is, because the rain can wash it down. It's not too big of an issue, as long as we don't leave it on the field for too long, so it doesn't start rotting. In the meantime, it would be smart to get a second, so I park in here. I need all my brain power to do it. No, but in the meantime, I do think we're gonna sort out the bucket and also the a trailer, because I do want to have a bigger trailer to handle this amount of potatoes, and I really don't want it to be an articulated one. And now when we have this new Lamborghini tractor, look at this, like a glove. Yeah, now that we have the Lamborghini tractor, we should be able to move a bigger trailer without any issues, because it's quite a big tractor. Yeah, so if I'm lucky, I'm gonna be able to make some hay also, but not today. Today at 5 p.m. rain arrives, and after that we don't really want to mow because it's gonna be too wet and the grass is simply gonna rot. So I'm gonna go in my trailer and I'm gonna browse the store options so we see what there is in offer. Just thinking if I can maybe use this one, but how would I unload it without shredding everything? Yeah, sadly I don't think so. Good. So I have bought the bucket for the front loader. It holds 720 liters, I think, and it's if I fill it all the way to the brim. So that's one thing I'm gonna get, and the other one is, well, the other news is that I actually got a hold of the guy that brought over that unloadable container. I think it was Mercedes. Not sure about that, but yeah. So they're gonna bring that over and leave the bin over here so I can fill it up, and then gonna take it away later on. But that's gonna be done tomorrow. The price is going to be 500 euros per load. So yeah. This is where we are at the moment. So I'm gonna make haste. I'm gonna go over, and I hope I'm gonna be back quick enough to load a few trailers and dump them into my cellar, because I wanna keep a hold of a few potatoes, because the price is really not great at the moment. But I don't really have a way to store any potatoes at the moment. I know you can get some halls that have built-in conveyors, and that you simply dump the potatoes at the entry point, and when you're ready to sell them, you park your trailer under a conveyor and it loads it up automatically. So that's another thing that I could get, but I think the price of such a thing is pretty steep, and I don't really think I can afford it. Oh, what happened here? It's like the crop went bad. That's a very big field. What's up with that? Gotta ask around. Maybe I can get some information about it, because this is really weird. No farmer in their right mind would leave the crop to die like that. So, yeah, I got no clue what happened. Yeah, rain came early. So I guess we are wet now. Shoot. But on the other hand, here we are. This is our new bucket. I'm gonna quickly pop it on and go back home. Yeah, good. It's a pretty wide bucket. So I hope it will cover the area of the tires so I don't drive over the potatoes. Because that would mean that I would be destroying them, and that's not something I'm willing to do. Believe it or not. Look at these fields. Oh man. There's so much work awaiting. I'm terribly anxious about it. So, in any case, since this is already wet, the tractor, I mean, I'm gonna park it outside and wait for the rain to pass, and we're gonna load a few loads of potatoes, and we'll see how much we can fit in our cellar, because I don't really know we can fit that much in. Not both fields, that's definite. Okay, so the rain has finally subsided. So it rained from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. which is quite a long time. And since we are in September, it is getting darker as we speak. But you know what I've been thinking? Yeah, beware of that. But I've been thinking if I might even keep this Zitto tractor. I don't know, cause I don't know. It's kinda highly maneuverable. It has plenty of horsepower, at least for our operation. And it can serve as a bit of a workhorse. That Lamborghini might be a bit overpowered, a bit too big. Because we have small operation here, you know. It's nothing big. We can't really say that we have to. Yeah, I can't really say that we are gonna be expanding so much that we're gonna have equipment much bigger than we have today. Well, one thing's for sure, I'm definitely not keeping the size of potato harvesters. Yeah, that's a no. That didn't even cross my mind. But otherwise, yeah, much bigger equipment. Yeah, I don't think so. Simply not gonna happen. Okay. And I do apologize because I know that YouTube sometimes doesn't like showing darker colors. I hope it'll still be a good experience. I'm gonna put some lights on. That's it? That's all we got? Well, shit. So let's see, there should be some potatoes here in the grass. And we already have a full bucket. Granted, I'm not oriented the best way for loading onto the trailer. Thanks. We haven't even moved from the grass and we already dumped 2 full buckets. Yeah, I'm kinda... I think I made a lot of problems for myself. You don't really pick up much. But the bucket, on the other hand, works extremely nicely. Let's go have a look at it. Yeah, look at that. We have a full bucket of potatoes and basically no soil because it drops to the tines over here. Beautiful. Well, at least something is working in our favor, right? Right. Gotta look on the bright side. Otherwise everything is too dark. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. So this is a 4th bucket. Okay, well, with the grabbing capability of this bucket, I'm very happy with it. But the capacity is, well, it leaves stuff to desire. Let's say it like that. Not the worst, but it's certainly not the biggest. I feel like the moonlight is out. Alright, before we do anything else, let's go empty this trailer because it's full. Can I turn the rear lights? No, we don't have any rear lights. What in the world? Yeah, we are properly unequipped for working in the dark, right? No work lights on the loader tractor, no rear lights on the Zetor. Right. Okay, let's drop it in. At least we have a light here on the cellar, right? Okay, so judging by the capacity, we're gonna fit 5 trailers in. And that's exactly how much potatoes we're gonna store. Everything else is gonna get loaded onto the truck next time when it arrives. And man, is that gonna be slow and tedious job. But hey, not like we have much to do, right? The winter is coming. So yeah, winter chores are really not that exciting on a farm. Or maybe they are. We're definitely gonna do some plowing. We're gonna do some cultivating probably. Yeah, look at that, the moon. Big as a saucer. Hey, by the way, has anyone read about that NASA experiment when they dropped a lander probe or something like that on the moon, and it resonated for a few hours like a bell. And they've been debating if the moon is actually hollow. What's up with that? I mean, you know, I have always been attracted to mysteries in one way or another, but this one is quite a mystery. You know, if it's even true. Sounds like it is. If the scientists say it, gotta be something about it. But yeah, the field really gave us some potatoes, right? In some countries, at least in some Slavic countries, the saying that you have potato or a lot of potato is equivalent to saying that you're blessed with good fortune and good luck. And there are some potato names that even people use for personal names. Okay, so this is another trailer completely full. So we can fit 5 trailers into the cellar. That's gonna be fun. And yeah, it's getting pretty dark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave you with this today, because it's really not good content, I believe. And we'll see you next time when they bring a truck over. But first thing I'm gonna do in the morning is I will go and mow our new meadow. So hopefully we have some hay ready by the end of the day. It is again forecasted for rain. But if I'm quick about it, might even be good. So with this, I'm gonna leave you to it. Thank you everyone for watching. Take care and goodbye.